Alright, good morning, Internet. How you doing? Here's the deal. I am tired, and I don't want to edit today's video. So, you know what I'm going to do instead? I'm just going to turn the recording on. I'm going to play a little bit of tennis. For the information of the viewers, I only have one track recording on, which I haven't done in a while. So if the audio sounds weird, if it's not balanced quite right, if the game sounds quiet, if my voice sounds loud, or the opposite, if my voice sounds quiet, if the game sounds loud, it's because I didn't balance the audio manually because I'm not editing this video. I'm Stacy, welcome to my game. The problem with recording and uploading raw footage is that I have to talk at all seconds of the video or else it's going to be boring. I just realized that because normally in the transition between this screen and the game, I wouldn't say anything and then I would edit it out. But I can't do that. Sorry. I'm so freaking burnt out and I didn't really want to make a problem. What's up, Matt? We got Matt on my team again, which I love to see. I'm so burnt out and I don't want to really put effort into content today, and it's not because I'm burnt out of the Wii videos, although I kind of do feel burnt out of the Wii videos already. But it's not because of the Wii videos specifically. I just feel burnt out in general, and the way that I do these videos, the way that I structure them, and the way that they're produced is just not going to cut it for me tonight, and I'm just not messing with all that tonight, so I'm just going to be uploading raw footage. But I'm burnt out because of me problems. It's a me issue completely. Like, truly, it is a me issue. But that's okay, because we all have me issues. There are me issues, there are you issues, and then there's the everybody else issues, which are honestly affecting me pretty badly too. But it's okay, because we are here to play some tennis and have a good time. Yeah, man, talking all the time is so hard. That's why I hate live streaming, by the way. I think live stream content is so boring, because I want to watch something entertaining, but, like, there's so many parts where they just won't be talking, and it'll just bore me to death. I'll be like, can you please make content? And they'll just be silent. So I don't really watch live stream content that often. But one thing I will say that live stream content has over, like, every other content is that, like, the chat aspect, like the viewer interaction aspect, I think is really cool, because I like interacting with the content that I'm watching. I've never seen that happen before in tennis. I'm not going to lie. I've never seen that happen before in Wii Tennis. Also, I'm getting my tail handed to me right now, which is upsetting. But that's okay, because we all have bad days. And that's something that you learn more and more as you grow up. But, you know, it's always a part of life, the bad days. So, it's not anything to worry about. It's not like, oh, I had a bad day, like, my life is over, like, you'll get over it, bro. Don't worry about it. I have bad days almost every day of the week. But it's okay, because the good days, I feel like, make it all worth it. Oh my gosh, I'm already bored of talking. Do I sound burnt out? Do I sound tired? Or do I sound like I'm on top of my game? Because I'm really trying my best to put a lot of energy in this video, but it's so difficult. It's so difficult. Oh, I could talk about the main channel video, which is not something that I've talked about on the main channel. So, pretty much everybody watching this video won't care about, like, what's going on with the main channel. But for anybody who doesn't know, for anybody who's new, which is probably most of you, honestly, I used to run the Call Me Mouse YouTube channel, which was a channel where I would post, like, gaming and, like, video essays. But I didn't really like how the channel was, like, managed and how the content was produced, and I think a lot of people, like, were confused about what the purpose of the channel was. I know I was. So I made it my mission to restructure the channel into something that I could look back on and maybe be happy with, which is what became Call Me Mouse 2.0. And I've been working on Call Me Mouse 2.0 for the better part of a year now, I think. And no, it hasn't been quite a year. It's been at least half a year, I think. And it's not that I've been working on one video for half a year. It's that I've been working on, like, the plan for all of the videos, if that makes sense. Like, after I upload this first video, it's go time, and I have to make sure that I'm prepared for go time. And this channel, the Wii channel, is a lot of, like, practice for that. So I'm practicing uploading videos all the time, making sure I'm always, like, ready to go, ready to record, ready to edit, and And clearly I'm not, because I'm literally sitting here, like I said, uploading raw footage today, which I haven't done since, well, the last time I tried to work on this channel, which was like a year ago, I think, where I would literally just like wake up out of bed and record raw footage and upload it. But now I edit the Wii videos, which I think is better, because I think I like the edited Wii videos a lot better than the raw footage. I would like to play the game. Yeah, thank you. Okay, whatever. I like the edited videos better than the raw footage, and I think maybe a lot of other people do too. But it is easier to do it this way, because then I don't have to... Editing takes a while, man. Even editing the really easy Wii videos, like what was yesterday's video? Yesterday's video was the first like tennis road to pro video, right? And I think that video, gosh, how long was it? Like 6 minutes or something? Actually, no, it was longer. No, it was longer. It was like 14 minutes maybe. I don't remember. That video took me at least a half hour to edit. Matt's throwing, which is not what I like to see, because I couldn't do anything about that. That was out of my control. Of course, I've been throwing the whole game, but now Matt's throwing, and it makes me feel slightly worse about throwing earlier. But yeah, it's difficult stuff keeping up with the editing because it takes so long and stuff. What else was I going to talk about today? What else do I have to talk about today? Man, it's been a while since I've just caught up with the internet. Just giving you like a little update on my life. I had probably my favorite birthday I've had in 5 years. I'm going to say 5 years. I think my favorite birthday I've ever had was in 2021. I'm not going to tell you how old I was in 2021, but that was a good birthday. That was still in the era when I had birthday parties. It wasn't really a party, I guess, but I had like friends over and we like had Chinese food and played Minecraft on a really big projector. So that was really fun. But that birthday was sick, and the birthday that I just had was awesome. A very good friend of mine took me out, and we had like the best day of 2026, I'm not gonna lie. It was a good day. It was a great day. Did like an escape room and like freaking mini golfing and hiking, and what did we watched a movie. Oh my gosh, I watched Project Hail Mary. Oh, that's such a good movie. I want to talk about that. Holy, that movie did, like, the visuals of that movie were unlike any sci-fi movie I've seen in recent times, or really ever. There were so many parts of that movie that felt like they were made to look fake on purpose. Like, parts that were almost felt like they were drawn on by hand. Do you know what I mean? That movie was not at all what I was expecting. I thought that movie was going to be like a drama, which it was. It was a drama, but it was a Ryan Gosling movie, so there was a lot of comedy in it, too. And I feel like it was more like happy stuff than it was sad stuff, which I expected it to be a really sad movie. I also expected it to be like an action-packed movie, because I thought... Well, I knew it was about the end of the world, so I thought there was going to be, like, more intense, like, end-of-the-world type stakes. But it was really a pretty slow-paced movie, which I thought was interesting. But holy, that movie's so good. There's a scene... I'm going to not spoil the movie, because I don't do spoilers. But there's a scene where the effects... First of all, it's really pretty. There's a lot of, like, really pretty flashing lights. I didn't help Matt at all there. I'm sorry, buddy. I know that you were tired. I was talking about Project Hail Mary. I can't be bothered to help you out. Anyway. The special effects in that part were so, like, oddly created, I guess. Oddly finished. Oddly presented. Presented is a good word. It's your vocabulary word for the day. They were oddly presented, but in a beautiful way. Like, it felt like the movie didn't... It wasn't trying to be as realistic as possible, because it knew what it was. It was a science fiction film. And it knew that. So they were making things seem, like, aggressively fictional, I guess. There was another part that I've never seen a sci-fi movie perform this in this way and make this look like this in this way. But if you guys know anything about space, there's no friction in space. There's no gravity in space. So movement is in space is completely unrestricted in the sense that, like, when a force is applied to an object, it's applied immediately and without restrictions. Because there's no friction, there's no gravity, so you don't have to worry about the application of the force and, like, where it's going to be applied to. That's light years out of the field. So the spaceships in that movie would move instantly. As soon as they got moving, there was no build-up or anything. And that is how it would work in space. Like, when you repulse, like, the repulsion at that level, that's how it would work in real life. That's how it would look in real life. And I've never seen a sci-fi movie get that right before. And I just thought that was so cool. That was one of my favorite things about the movie, was the way that the movie was presented. It looked goofy, it looked even cartoonish at times, but that was one of my favorite parts. The visuals were... I don't know how that happened. The visuals were so good. And then the story was not at all what I was expecting. It was like... There's this character in the movie that I literally would have never been able to guess a character like this would have been in the movie. But he was my favorite character. He was my favorite character. And I think he's everybody else's favorite character too, because he kind of steals the show. He's like the main focus of the movie after the halfway point. And he's really, really a good character. Really a joy on the screen. And he's so funny. My friend was laughing at everything, which is such a treat, because I never laugh at media, like movies, because I just don't. Like, I find them funny, but I just don't laugh at movies that I find funny most of the time. But she was laughing at everything, and it made me want to laugh at everything. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun for me. Anyway, that was my experience with Project Hail Mary. Would recommend a watch. All the glazing that movie has received is completely justified in every way. Nope, not going to make that shot. Not going to make that shot. See, I keep trying with the fancy ball placement, and it's just not... It's not going to work. It's not going to work. That's alright, though. This match has been intense. This is the most I've ever been challenged in a Wii Sports Tennis match. Well, not ever, but this is the most that I've been challenged so far on this fresh account, and I think it's because my skill level is finally at the point to where the Miis are going to start behaving, like, really intelligently. Well, not intelligently, but less human. More robotic and more, like perfect inputs and perfect timing on everything. Hit that. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I knew you were going to hit that. I knew you were going to save the ball. Because you're programmed to help me in ways that you wouldn't in real life. Because you're my enemy. Truly diving into the psychology of these Miis. She's not going to get back in time, but I can't place my backhand well enough for that to matter. But they're going to get tired here in a second, I think. Nope. Nope, that's going to be me. That's going to be me being tired. Tragic! The net has been my biggest enemy recently in this game, which I wouldn't expect, but yeah. Okay, keep talking. This isn't a live stream. You can't edit this. Keep talking. Be excited. Be in the moment. Okay, live in the moment, because the moment only lasts until it ends. And then it's gone. That might have been what Project Hail Mary was about. I don't really know what the entire message of that movie was. I guess it was like... friendship is awesome. Which it is. I love my friends. Shoutouts to my friends, bro. Shoutouts to all my friends. If I have called you my friend in the past, even if I'm not friends with you now, shoutouts to you. If you were ever my friend at one point, big shoutouts. Big ups to the man of an old app. Am I being funny? Sorry, I'm not being funny. I feel like, what was the exact comment? I don't remember. Somebody called me funny for a specific reason on the Prime channel recently. And, what the frick was that? Somebody called me funny on the Prime channel for a very specific reason. and I don't remember what it was, but I don't feel like I'm being funny enough when I make content, and I feel like I need to be more entertaining. So let me know your cliff notes on how to be funnier, so I can make better funny videos for the people who enjoy the comedic aspect of that. Oh, I faked you out there. I faked myself out there. That was me faking myself out. Advanced technique, you wouldn't understand that. Conditioning, psychological conditioning. Matt, are we just going to throw the whole game then? My brother in Christ, are we just going to throw the whole game? Oh yeah, I have to... Alright guys, I have to actually like pay attention now because the game is at an actual risk, which like I said, this is new for me in Wii Sports. What on God's green earth is going on? This game is so advanced for 2006. Are you kidding me? Look at the way the ball spun off of the net. That is insane technology for the Wii. 87 megabytes of RAM or something like that. I don't remember the exact number. But it's not a high number. It's actually a very low number. Get over to that ball. You need it. No. Yes! Yes, Matt! Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh, we're bringing this all the way back. All the way back from the deep, dark depths of the Mariana Trench. Which I believe is the lowest point of elevation on the entire Earth. I don't remember if that is a true fact. Let me know in the comments. It's like the deep dark of real life, right? Doesn't the Warden live down there? What do you guys think of the Warden? I think it's one of the best Minecraft mobs added recently. I love original mobs in Minecraft. Like, I love when they just make stuff up instead of just adding, like, real-life animals. As much as I would love to see more animals in the game. I love Minecraft. Holy, I love Minecraft. And I love the fact that it's still updated, like, semi-frequently after, what, like 15 years now? When did that game come out? 2009? So, yeah, 15 years. Or, no, it'll be 17 years this year. That's wild, bro. Minecraft is so good. It's, like, the best example of game development in modern human history. Like, truly. And they're still going, too. They're still adding stuff to that game. Insane rally. Fell apart at the end, but insane rally. I think people need to stop complaining about Minecraft updates. I heard a lot of smack about the new, like, Sulfur Caves update and how they added basically nothing when, like, people are acting like the Sulfur Cube isn't, like, so refreshing. Being able to move, like, physically move blocks without using, like, a piston or anything, that's something that we've been wanting to do for so long. And you can move them more than one block, and it's so easy to do it. Like, you can make, like, gates and like, big doors out of just sulfur cubes and leads. Right? Like, I mean, somebody's got to figure that out, right? Mumbo Jumbo? He's all over that kind of stuff. But you can, like, you can move so many more blocks at once by just using sulfur cubes and leads. They look like sulfur cubes, but a lot of functional things in Minecraft can't be made to look any different. Like, they have to look functional. I'm the worst Wii tennis player on planet Earth. Do you guys ever get insecure when you play single-player games? Like, you're just playing a single-player game and you're losing to the computer and you're thinking, wow, I'm such a failure of a human. I can't even beat a computer. Or is that just me? Maybe I shouldn't admit stuff like that, but here we are. Good thing I won! Huh. Good thing I won. Otherwise, I'd feel like an idiot. Huh. What the? Did Matt MVP? Is that why he's there? Is there an MVP system in Wii Sports? I'm learning new things about this game every day of my life. This is a top 3 video game of all time for me, by the way. Minecraft might also be a top 3 game. And then the other 2 games I'd put on Mount Rushmore are like probably Ultra Kill and Geometry Dash. Honestly, as much as I hate Geometry Dash, that is one of the most well-designed rhythm games ever. That game is really good, especially for $3. You get like infinite content for $3. It's insane. I don't play it anymore, but I used to play it a lot. I think I have well over 1,000 hours in that game. I think. Pretty sure. Anyway, there's no outro for this video, obviously, because I'm not editing it. So, instead of showing you the Bible verse of the day, I will just read it. I've been thinking a lot about love today. And so this is a verse about love that might speak to you if you listen. 1 Corinthians 13:8 says, charity... Sorry, let me start over. I stumbled there a little bit. 1 Corinthians 13:8 in the King James Version of the Bible says that charity never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. Thank you, Internet, and I will see you tomorrow. I love you.